Well, Tay Jordan of Atlantic among the champions here today at the John J. Harris tournament. Tay, this is always a tough tournament to win, but you do it today. What are the thoughts? How are you feeling?
Feel good. I mean, I only wrestled in my sophomore year. I wasn't able to come out and compete last year, but it's a big tournament, 2-day tournament, and I felt good.
Your finals match was wild. It felt like there were a lot of scrambles, but you were able to find just enough. Take us through it.
I already wrestled him twice before this, and I knew that he'd come out aggressive, so I thought I'd try to come slow things down, and then it just turned down to a lot of scrambling, and then I felt like I was in a better position most of the times.
Is that something in terms of scrambles that most of the time you feel pretty comfortable being in that position?
Yeah, during practice, I'm always in funky positions, and with Aiden and Braxton, we always scramble a lot, so it's helped.
What was in those scrambles and in that match? What was the most important thing for you?
Just position and finishing my shots, and keeping my head up when I was finishing.
Having a great year. How do you try to make it better going forward?
Just keep improving, keep pushing the pace. It's not done until February 14th when state starts.
Well, Dylan Stein of Athletics, the champion here today at the John J. Harris tournament at 138. Dylan's second John J. title for you. I guess kind of how are you feeling? What are the thoughts?
I'm feeling pretty good. I was dominant today, and yesterday I feel like started the tournament with 2 tech falls. You know, today got a fast pin in the first period, and into the finals. First period I broke him. You know, gave up. It kind of feels like. And I won it.
I know when I talked to you, I think it was a POI, you mentioned that you want to push the pace. Do you feel like you did that well this weekend, and particularly today?
Yeah, I feel like I pushed the pace quite well. In my finals, I pushed the pace. You can't hang with me. And when I push the pace, that's when I wrestle my best.
Offensively, what'd you do well today?
I felt like my slide bodies were good. Did some good tilts, you know, get some good back points. Just keep, hammering down.
Still undefeated as we get into late January. What are the thoughts on the season, and what do you have to do to have success going forward?
A lot of it comes from the practice room. My good partners, Chase and JJ, wrestling for life, they help me, they push the pace, great partners to have.
Well, Bryson Harris of Florida, the champion here at the John J. Harris tournament today. I guess it's fitting somebody with the last name Harris wins this tournament. Bryson, your thoughts on today and leaving with the title?
Yeah, I thought today went really well. Just went out there, did my stuff, got my warm-up in, all good.
How big of a confidence booster? This is a good field, against good wrestlers. To win a tournament like this as we get into the postseason, how much of a confidence booster is that?
It's a huge confidence boost. I knew I went in here second seed, but didn't know how I'd end up. Just wrestled my butt off today.
Your semifinal, you had to earn it. Goes to ultimate tiebreaker, you get the win. Take us through that match.
Yeah, I wrestled that kid a couple weekends ago. That one went into tiebreaker. I just knew I needed to get that last call.
Your finals match, you wrestled Tate Hafner of Southwest Valley. I think he had beat you the last time you guys went at it. What did you learn from that maybe helped you today, or was there anything you took away from that first time around?
Yeah, that first time I wrestled him wasn't really feeling well. That was when I just got down to 90. Wasn't really at my best. But ever since, I rewatched that match, learned what I needed to do, got it done.
What were the things you feel like were key for you in that match?
Really just staying out of the close underhooks. I knew he likes firemen's, and just keeping those legs out because he rides legs.
Seemed like defensively you were able to fend off anything you got to. How big was that, and what did you do well defensively?
Oh, that was huge. Just keep my underhook in when he's trying to throw, stuff like that.
Thoughts going forward?
I think rest season should go good.
Well, Ashton Hollow, Nottoway Valley, among the champions here today, the John J. Harris tournament. Ashton, what a win for you. Just what are the thoughts? How you feeling?
I'm just glad I could pull up to this tournament and go out there and show that I can win and compete with the best of the best.
Came up just shy last year. In any way, was that any kind of motivator?
Yeah, it definitely was. I didn't want to finish with silver again and not get that bracket. I didn't want to just go home with just a medal. I wanted to come here and show that I can win that bracket, and I did just that.
Your semifinal, it never really felt like you were in danger, but it was kind of low scoring. And then obviously your final, which we'll talk about in a minute, was crazy. How big is it to win matches like that are, kind of rock fights?
Oh, it's nice. I mean, that's probably the first match that, other than my 2 losses, that I've gone the full 6 minutes and that last match the whole time. But it's nice to go in there and have a dogfight, have a great match with some of these great kids and win.
Your finals match, it felt like you were on the offensive most of the match, but you just couldn't get to your shots. How big was it for you to continue working through that?
It was pretty big. I wanted to get on my offense, and I wasn't really able to finish any shots, but in the end I ended up pulling through, getting my escape in that last ultimate tiebreaker and winning that match.
You give up a reversal in that overtime, so you've got to get an escape. What was kind of the thought there?
Honestly, I didn't even really think about it in the match. I was just thinking my body automatically just wants to get out, and I know I'm in danger when I'm on bottom, so I just automatically get out.
What does this do for things going forward? I know this is not, this is a goal for you, but it's not the end goal. How do you try to attain that?
I just know that these kids that I wrestled here today, they're some of the best, and that I'm going to be wrestling kids just like that at the state tournament in February, and that if I want to win a state title like my goal, I'm going to have to beat these kids, and I did that today. So.
Well, how about the day for Shenandoah? Not 1, not 2, 3 champions here at the John Harris Tournament. Owen, I guess we'll just start with you. Man, it's hard to win one of those, and you're able to do it today. What are the thoughts?
It's a tough tournament. We all knew that coming in, so we just had to work hard in practice and come out here and put on a show.
Last year, I think you were the top seed, and you lose in the semis. To be on the other end of it this year, the top seed and taking care of business. How rewarding was that?
It feels really good. I mean, last year I just didn't come out and wrestle. Got to the semis and just tried to play it safe, but this year just came out and attacked.
It didn't seem like, not just in your finals match, but all week, like you were in danger at all. Every match seemed dominant. Kind of take us through what was working for you.
Just my offense, just on my feet, just attacking, shooting, all the things I know how to, or all the moves that I know how to do, just going after him as hard as I could, never stop him.
I know your finals match, I've been told you wrestled Ben a million times by now, so probably a lot of familiarity. What was the key in that match?
Not really. just go wrestle my match. We've seen each other a lot at practice, and we go to the same club, but just go wrestle my match and just see how it works out. No changes.
Heck of a showing for the team. Somebody who's been a major part of kind of turning things around. How rewarding, how cool is that?
It's awesome. I love the team success. It makes it twice as much fun as it would be if it was just me out here.
Jaden, you get one of these today as well. Thoughts on that?
Today was an amazing day. Everyone just fought their butts off and just did their best.
If I remember correctly, you had kind of a heartbreaking defeat last year as well, maybe a little bit earlier. This is a hard tournament to win. What was the key today and throughout the weekend?
Just do my offense and defense and work on top as hard as I can to get all my positions down.
Yeah, it felt like in your finals match, the key was that you were just a hammer on top. Speak to that and how important that is for you.
It's really important to me on top because I can put a lot of pressure on everybody, and just my tight race is really good.
Offensively, what do you feel like you did well this week?
Just working on top and pushing everybody and just riding them out.
Team takes home third. Thoughts on that? Or fourth, I believe?
I think it's really great because last year was a tough year, and this year we got more, so it's just really good for everybody.
Go over to Jacob. You were able to get a big win. Your team has a lot of success. Overall, what are the takeaways from today?
Hard tournament. Glad to be on the podium this time instead of staying on the ground with the 6th place medal.
Yeah, you mentioned last year. Did you not medal at all last year?
I got 6th.
How much of a motivator was that, knowing hey, I'm a good wrestler. I was a state qualifier, and I finished 6th. How much of a motivator was that this year?
Last year, I don't think I was in the right mindset after my first loss. And the kid I beat in the finals today is who beat me in the quarters last year to knock me off to the backside. So it's kind of a revenge win this year, thinking about it all week.
Seemed like, from my perspective, this was your most complete tournament. What are kind of your thoughts on how you wrestled this week and what did you do well?
This week was a really good week for not just me, but my teammates too. A lot of shots, a lot of keeping everyone ready on their feet. keep everyone moving. Shots.
You mentioned your finals match with Riley Radke of Missouri Valley. What was the thing that you had to really kind of hone in on to have success in that?
Try to get him moving on his feet. I know that he doesn't like to really do a whole lot. Kind of likes to wait for me to mess up.
Team finishes 4th, so you get to take home a trophy in that regard as well. How cool is that?
That's awesome. I don't think we've done that in a long time.
Well, big day for Creston as they win a team title. They have 3 individual champions here. The John J. Harris Invitational, tied with Max Chapman, Austin Evans, and William Bollinger, 3 of the champions here today. Max, we'll start with you. What a showing for you. What a showing for your team. What are just kind of the general thoughts?
I think our boys came out. They really did try to prove something today. I think even after John Jay last year, the goal was 4-peat John Jay. We really got after it. Me personally, I showed up. I did what I knew I had to do to win, and it got me to the top of the podium.
Having won it as a freshman, sophomore, and junior, when you come in as a senior, was there any added pressure that goes with that?
I didn't win. Actually, this is my first year in the finals, so I think there was pressure on me to win it. Yes, because one of our coaches, Loudon, said he only won it his senior year. Because it's like if you have big goals, a tournament like this, you kind of look down on yourself if you only won it once. But I definitely think stuff like that. My brother won it his senior year, big factor in it.
If I remember correctly, was it your sophomore year you won a consolation match that ended up allowing you guys to hang on and win the team title?
Yeah, correct.
So today, you wrestle Evan Sorensen. I know you guys have gone back and forth for a while now, and you're able to win kind of a wild match. Take us through it.
I just really knew a lot of the problems was going in it and trying to finish the match just too fast. So I knew no matter what, this match was going 6 minutes, if I liked it or not. And that definitely was what helped catch the edge and just really push the pace this match.
Slide over to Austin. Thoughts on your performance today?
I felt like I wrestled pretty good, really dominated. Had a few hiccups there in the last couple of weeks, so getting back on my stuff and getting back to the wrestler and guy I want to be showed this weekend.
Your finals match, if you blinked, you might have missed it because all of a sudden you had him on his back and got the takedown. What were the keys in that match?
Just go out there, do what I do, score a lot of points, and just relax and have fun. We're on the downhill side of this, so just enjoying everything with our team and moving forward. We faced a lot of snow days and things, cancellations, so just whatever comes at us, dealing with it and moving forward.
Second tournament title for you, I believe, here. To do it as a senior and to have the success you guys had as a senior, what does that mean?
It's awesome to start ending these lasts on a high note. It's important to leave a mark and leave things better than what you got them at as a freshman. So I feel like we are starting to leave this team in a better place than what we found it.
And lastly, Will, your thoughts on the day?
I thought it was good. I think our whole team wrestled fairly well. I think we all had some wins that were good that we need to revise, and other kids that stepped up when they needed to.
You have grown leaps and bounds from freshman year to sophomore year to junior year to senior year. Tell me a little bit about that and the improvements you've made as a wrestler over the years.
A lot of work on my feet, good practice partners, and going hard in the room with all these guys.
Familiar opponent in the finals, and this one was a little bit closer than the first time around, but still a pretty convincing win. What did you do well today?
Like I said, I think I've improved on my feet tremendously from this year to last, so that'd probably be where it was.
100th career win for you. How cool is that? How exciting is that?
It was nice. I didn't think I'd get it because I've been hurt and haven't really wrestled a full season besides last year, so it's nice to have.
Senior year, and you guys win a team title. Thoughts on that?
I think it's cool that we got 4 of them.
All right, Coach, 4 in a row, and you guys do it in a pretty convincing manner. Thoughts on today?
Again, I say this every time, I think, but you judge your team in your last round. We had a great last round. Not too many slip-ups, a couple that we lost in the middle rounds that could have went either way. But overall, I thought a pretty good day.
What stood out to you today? And I guess throughout the weekend, what stood out to you?
Avenging a few losses and finishing, getting 10 guys on the stand. I think that stands out. It means the guys just kept fighting even if after they lost. So that's always good to see.
This is a tournament that's got a lot of really good teams, a lot of really good wrestlers. To win it 4 years in a row, what does that say about this group?
It says a lot about our seniors and the leadership style they have and the commitment they've had to each other. Some of them, we even have JV guys that are character guys that are here today watching. They're here this morning warming up. So it's a special group that, and we're not going to take this tournament or this run for granted at all.
Three of those seniors win their brackets today with Austin and Will and Max.
Yeah.
Thoughts on them?
Yeah, I think Austin and Will are hitting their stride at the right time. Chapman, that was the first time we beat Evan, I believe. So that's two good heavyweights. So I'm really happy for those guys. It's fun, and to share the tournament team title together was awesome also.
I know when I talked to Coach Frayne this week, he mentioned that this was always kind of what he used as a stepping stone to the postseason. I'm sure that hasn't changed since you've taken over. How do you guys try to prepare yourself for the fun that's to come?
Yeah, very similar. I was with Daryl for a lot of years doing that. The weather caused some issues for, probably what our normal training would be right now. So we kind of had to go to a different plan, and we'll make some changes this week. And really, nothing's changed as far as what he's telling you that strategy was. We're keeping the same thing going there. So, but yeah, the weather did cause some havoc with that strategy.
Thoughts heading into Hawkeye 10?
Get healthy. We had a couple guys last round. I think they're going to be okay, but we held them out. Just, the team race was kind of in hand, and let's get healthy. We got a tough night Tuesday night, a quad, and then take care of business there and be ready to go Hawkeye 10 at home. So we want to be as healthy as we can be.